Salman Ali. But all of a sudden, you get one, you get three. And now South Africa will believe that if they can just wrap things up quickly, then they can maybe try and see what they can do with the bat and get themselves back into the match. I think the man who stands between them, Salman Ali, he's played brilliantly for his 87. Will we see the first century of the match?
Yeah, he came out with the right attitude, Salman Ali Agha. You know, he wasn't amongst runs in T20 format. He was struggling. But he felt at home, especially in this format, Test match cricket. He was never shy to explore more and more when it comes to stroke making.
Now he's looking for boundary options. He wants to be the man in charge, and maybe he'll harbour the strike a little bit. Try and dictate terms here to send Mutasamy. Oh, that one turns prodigiously. Nice little dip on it. He was in position early, Salman Ali Agha, to just feather it away with the leg side there. I don't know if he got a little bit of bat involved, but falls safely.
Yeah, it's the bounce, isn't it? Which is troublesome for the batters. At this level, the batters, they know how to negotiate with turn. But once the ball starts to bounce with that turn, things become harder. Your skills are tested.
Yeah, you feel that if the ball kind of explodes off a length at you, that's really difficult to deal with. Now Shane Free on strike. Mutasamy will be thinking, okay, is this my sixth? Shane Free loves to play shots, doesn't he? So it'll be interesting to see what his approach will be. They've still got Penn posted back, which is a little bit of a surprise. You'd kind of think, let him take them on. Give him that opportunity to hit the ball in the end. It might create that chance for South Africa.
That's a rarity. Shaheen Shah Afridi offer a defensive stroke. He's not renowned for that.
Yeah, looked accomplished. There's another example. You get the idea that Salman's chatting to him from the other end, just saying, nice and calm down that side.
Yeah, playing for his partner. He has realized Salman Ali Agha is nearing a Test match 100. And he's been watchful, Shaheen Shah Afridi. Playing the situation quite well. 370 for 8, Pakistan.
So Brian will continue. Field is spread. Plenty of protection on the boundary. They don't want Salman Ali Agha to pick up any more boundaries. Reverse sweep. Executes well, and you'll just pick up that single. You'll take it and leave Shaheen Shah Afridi on strike, which is a little bit of a surprise to me. I thought he might have harboured the strike a little bit more. Salman, he was dropped when he was on 36. It's really proved to be costly for South Africa. It was Aiden Markham who dropped him. Markham did well to take a catch today. You can see the puff of the dust. It's interesting to see how his feet, both feet, came out of the crease there. So if he had missed it, it would have been a stumping opportunity. Amir, did you ever play the reverse sweep in your day?
Didn't dare. It wasn't the trend at that time. They wanted you to bat conventionally rather than opting to play those strokes, expensive strokes. They were not in fashion at that time.
Yeah, they're definitely in fashion these days. Wonderful delivery, that one. Another example of what's on offer for the spinners. good angle, targeting the stumps. You have to play at it, and then just stops and holds. Freddie well out in front of himself, not waiting for the ball to get to him. Those two slips, they're waiting. Oh, this was out if he hits. He was well out if he hits. Zorzi did brilliantly to cover the ground. He was a little bit off balance trying to make the throw.
It was well judged by Salman Ali Agha. He was the one who urged Shaheen Shah Afridi to go for it. A good throw was needed. Wasn't able to hurl the ball in time and with pace.
That chat with Sir Brian this morning, you can see he's got a lot of strapping on his left hand. He fell down trying to save a ball yesterday, and he's basically taken the skin off the bottom part of his hand, so it's just there as a protection. He said the strapping on the fingers is for protection. He's damaged those over the years, but the strapping on his palm is because it's just raw skin there at the moment, and he wants to protect it from anything getting into it. It looks like it could be quite sore, but he says it's all okay. One delivery to negotiate in the over, and does it well, Shaheen Shah Afridi. 373 for 8. Yeah, the official mobile handset partner for the series, Vigotel, is where you want to be. They've been able to take some wonderful pictures and capture the wonderful moments in this innings of Pakistan's.
That's what you were mentioning. Vigotel, official mobile handset partner.
Looks pretty advanced with all those camera features on it. Not as advanced as our drone that can get up and get these wonderful pictures of the surrounding area. Knew he couldn't hold himself back for too long. He tries to execute, gets away with it, lands safely. You do think Mutasami might be tempted to throw one up really nice and high and see what Shaheen Shah Afridi decides to do. Arslan Ash, he's now onto the score of 91. He's into the nervous 90s. I've been told in my ear that he's never been dismissed in the nervous 90s, so we're hopefully not going to put the mockers on him. That one's going to have some spin on it. Another single.
He's not showing any signs of nerves at the moment, Salman Ali Agha. Yes, he's into his 90s, trusting his partner, trusting his skill, getting the scoreboard ticking. Important runs have been scored by these two batters for Pakistan in this test match.
That's nasty play. Through for another single. Yeah, I wonder if South Africa couldn't maybe bring some of the boundary riders in and say to him, okay, he's looking confident, looking like he wants to get to his 3-figure score in a hurry. Just dangle the carrot a little bit, saying, okay, there's a spot if you go over that part of the infield. You can see how spread the field is. Singles are really easy to pick up, and he's got trust in Shaheen Shah Afridi, so he's happy to deal in those singles.
Or get Rabada back into the attack. I was looking to create a bit of room for himself to hit the ball through extra cover where the gap is available. Missed it completely. Backed away too much. And the ball kept low. It's 3-7-7 for 8.
I've seen him in the white ball stuff, played that shot beautifully over extra cover. I can remember an innings he played in, I think it was in Paarl, when he was touring South Africa, where he played some exquisite shots over deep extra cover. 5 for 116 today. Sen Mutasamy will never forget his first 5-wicket haul in the Test arena.
Showing very good defensive skills, Shaheen Shah Afridi out there in the middle. Not looking to lunge forward. He's giving a bit of time to himself to decide how to go about playing a ball. This is quite good from a low order batter.
Yeah, the speed's 84 and now 83 kilometers per hour. You wonder if he just gets it into the 70s and gives it a bit of air, whether Shaheen Shah Afridi will go after it. No, that's one's fired in as well. Seeming to be able to deal with the flatter trajectory. That one 87 kilometers per hour. What is this arena, Amir? Do you know?
It's basically art council. That's where live show happen, musical shows.
Oh, so it's like an outdoor theatre.
Seminars, yes.
Open air theatre, yeah. Interesting.
That must be quite encouraging for Salman Ali Agha. The way Shaheen Shah Afridi is defending the ball.
That's the kind of pace I'm looking for. That one's under 80. I think that's the one that'll tempt him to come out of his bubble of quality defense. Just having a look at where that outdoor theatre is and in context to the ground that we're playing on. Athletics track, the hockey stadium. Nicely negotiated, 377. Talked about Mutasamy. There's his pitch map, and you can see the area that's caused the trouble. Well, it's pretty simple, and I'm sure that Pakistan spinners will be taking note of the length that needs to be hit. Probably on 4 meters would be the ideal length, and it's all about getting the ideal pace to marry up to make it the perfect delivery. But he'd be thinking now, I've got 5, let me see if I can get a few more. And the way Salman Ali Agha dealt with that last delivery of his last over, trying to hit it over extra cover, he'll have a bit of hope from that. Yeah, not the greatest start to the over. That's a friendly delivery that he just nudges for the single.
Yeah, he's the one who has consistently hit the right lens and also the lines. That one jumped off the surface. Played the wrong line, Numan. An ideal left-armer delivery on that occasion to remove Pakistani off-spinner Sajid.
Yeah, we talked a little bit earlier about how Salman Ali Agha was dropped on 36. It has proved to be costly. It was Aidan Markham, the man who did it, and he's got some of the best hands in the team, so came as a bit of a surprise. Maybe he was put off a little bit by the fact that it just nicked the gloves of Carl Verena. There we go, there's the next wicket to go down. Shaheen Afridi is shown so much restraint, but eventually decided to try and pull the trigger, went early, and Mutasami just beautifully.
It became very hard for Shaheen Afridi to put restraint on himself. This time around, went for an expensive stroke, missed it completely. Saw him coming out of the crease a bit too early, dragged the length back, and the ball kept low. Hint of a movement off the surface as well, and that was more than enough for the left armer to pick up his 6th wicket, and that was off Shaheen Afridi. He goes for 7, 378 for 9 Pakistan.
Next man to the crease, Hassan Ali. He's no mug with the bat, averaging just on 12, best of 30. He can definitely stick around. But, Salman Ali Agha will be a little bit frustrated that he's now presented an opportunity of 3 deliveries as Shaheen Afridi. It was one of those ones where you could hear the trumpet blowing as he left his ground and had a big swing. Missed, clats to the stumps.
Yeah, he tempted his fate on that occasion, and fate met him. And Hassan Ali is out there in the middle along with Salman Ali Agha, and he's no mug with the bat, Hassan Ali. He can hang about, he can flail the bat too.
Yeah, his job that he needs to do is just survive the next 2, and then it's in Salman Ali Agha's hands as to how he plays things and how he operates from harbouring the strike and trying to pick off a few boundaries. Oh, that is a beauty of a delivery. Has nice pace, 85 kilometers per hour, pitched it in the perfect area, gripped. One more delivery. Salman's heart is in his mouth at the moment. He just wants him to survive one more. And now Aidan Markham makes him think about this last delivery. Just adjusting the field, happy to give away a single. I very much doubt they'll take one. I think it's all about survival here for Hassan Ali. And he does it perfectly. So a wicket in the over, but 378 on the board. And we get to see if Salman Ali Agha can get to his 100 now. Not often you see a score somewhere near 400, and players have got in a 93, a 76, a 75, and now a 93. That someone doesn't go on to get a 3-figure score. It would be justified if one of the batters managed to do so. Far for 313 yesterday. Pakistan and South Africa had to fight early, fight hard. Now they've picked up 4 wickets. That's been a better outing for them. It's all about Salman Aliaghi. Can he get a hold of one? Is he going to take the big shot, Amir?
He's definitely going to try that. It's what we saw in the previous over where Hassan Ali was beaten all ends up. He has to take few chances here. And he's itching to do so.
Yeah, he might maybe give a little bit of a fake charge and then hold back and see if he can play it off the back foot, because Sir Brian is adjusting his pace. As soon as he sees any movement, he's bowling very flat, picking up the speeds. He's in the 90 kilometers so far on the over. Here's another real quick one that knocks over Calverain. I don't know if he's hurt himself. I don't think that hit the hand nicely. Might have done some damage.
But it was a well thought out delivery from the off spinner, Sir Brian. He saw Salman Aliaghi jumping out of the crease with previous couple of deliveries, changed the line, hurled it wide. Yes, it was difficult for the wicketkeeper.
Yeah, I think it just missed the hands, and I thought it might have actually hit him on the wrist, but in fact it looks like it's a damaged finger that's been dealt with. Thumb, should I say. That's the nature of the job as a wicketkeeper. There's always plenty of injuries and sore hands. Just see how that one hit him, hand down. Must have been instant pain. There we can see the contact just on the edge of the finger. There's a nice rub, a little bit of protection in those gloves, but I don't know if it's done as good a job as Verena would have been hoping for.
At the moment, physio is addressing the problem which has been occurred during the last delivery. Still looks concerned.
Salman Aliaghi is there. He's closing in on 90. This was the catch that was put down. And this was him doing some work, Aidan Markham, this morning, and he didn't make the same mistake. Nicely taken. That was low. It was just dying on him a touch as well. Grabbed a hold of it. Aidan Markham with the coach, Shukri Conrad, just discussing possible tactics and how they're going to be effective. Some stern words from Shukri Conrad. He needed to fire his troops up and say, come on boys, you got to get yourselves back into this match. 313 for 5 overnight. They'll be happy that they've been able to pick up the 4 wickets this morning. It was all down to Sen Mutasamy. He was the one, the chief destroyer. 3 wickets in an over. And then he picked up another one, Shaheen Shah Afridi, not so long ago, with a nasty adjusted delivery. Once he worked out Afridi was charging at him.
Yeah, wasn't he clever in that particular over where he removed Shaheen Shah Afridi? He deliberately offered a single to Salman Aliaghi with the first delivery of that over. He just wanted to attack Shaheen Shah Afridi, and he was rewarded for that good thinking.
Salman Aliaghi goes hard, but he hasn't middled it, and he's holed out. He's never been out in the 90s before, but he is this time. Unfortunately for him, he had to try and be aggressive because he felt like he couldn't trust his partner down the other end. But the innings comes to an end, and South Africa will be mighty happy about that.
It wasn't nervous 90s. He was the victim of the situation. Salman Aliaghi. The ball turning square. didn't have that much faith in Hassan Ali. He was looking to take few chances in this over. Wasn't able to pull through, and this time around managed to hit the ball straight to the fielder, which judged it quite nicely. And a comfortable catch. Unlucky Salman Ali Agha. But you have to give him 10 out of 10 for his effort. His innings made sure that Pakistan gets into a very good position in this test match. 93 from 145 deliveries.
Yeah, it was a brilliant innings. He just obviously felt like he had to take on a few risks and he couldn't trust the process of just knocking it around for singles. Sen Mutasamy, we mentioned it earlier, it'll be a moment you remember. He's got the ball from the innings and he'll put that in a very cherished place in his dressing room. 6 wickets in the innings. He bowled brilliantly and did a fantastic job for the South Africans. No Keshav Maharaj, he had to step up, and step up he has. He's been the backbone of this bowling performance by the South Africans. Ends up with 378 all out, Pakistan, and now South Africa will have to see what they can do when they get their chance. But they would have come to the ground hoping for some wickets and the ability to wrap up this Pakistan innings. They'll be pretty chuffed that it's only got to 378. It looked at one stage like it was going to be in excess of 400. And South Africa maybe just giving themselves a chance of getting back into this match.
Yeah, a sea of change in the attitude of South African bowlers this morning. Quickly learned how to go about the job on a surface like this. Bowled with the right trajectory and also the pace, and the left armour was rewarded in a big way. First time managed to pick up 6 wickets. And it's the story of the Pakistani innings. Couple of batsmen getting 93.
Yeah, some good contributions. And 378 is what they post. I think the key for this innings was the partnerships. They lost an early wicket, and then the captain, Shan Masood, and Imam ul Haq put on 161, and then that was followed up with Salman and Rizwan, another 160 partnership. If you put those together, that's over 320, and that's the backbone of that 378. South Africa toiled hard, but all the credit is going to go to Mutasamy. 6 for 117. I thought Simon Harmer was a touch unlucky. So Brian had some wonderful moments as well. He had a couple of catches dropped off his bowling. Rabada, he charged in and tried to be as effective as possible. All did their little bit and put in a lot of effort. And we're going to have to see whether restricting Pakistan to 378 was a good performance or whether Pakistan have got too many. There's the session summary. 5 wickets to fall. 65 wickets were added by Pakistan this morning. We're going to have a short break and then be back to see how the South Africans get on.
Well, a tremendous comeback from South Africa. And, well, the first session or so, hour and a half belonging to South Africa, cleaning up the late middle order of Pakistan with spin coming into play for them. And now it's up to Shaheen Shah Afridi and Hassan Ali. I don't know, I've got Waqar Younis here with me. Waqar, should they be using both paces from both ends, or do you think there is scope for maybe introducing spin with the new ball?
Well, the history suggests that Pakistan have used the spinner in the past with one hand, maybe Shaheen or Hassan with the new ball, and Sajid Ali from the other end. But it's the first inning. I think they should go with both paces. It would be like 4 overs maybe before lunch, 4 or 5. I think the opportunity should be given to the pacers, the two pacers. They're both very experienced and wicket taker, and I think ideal situation. If it's me, I would just go with both paces rather than spinners. There's plenty of time in this match to bring the spinners back in. That was the first wicket by Rabada. That was a long time ago, yesterday morning, first over, picked up a wicket of Abdullah Shafiq, and then it was spinners who did the job for South Africa. Some beautiful bowling by the spinners, great lines, great lengths, use the fielders nicely, and varies the pace beautifully. I thought that was just wonderful. That was an amazing delivery. Review taken, and the ball was just clipping leg stump. It was a good review taken at the time, especially when you're playing an off spinner at the front foot. You thinking that ball might just slip away. This was a beauty. This was this morning. Just a little bit more flight on the delivery, asking Rizwan to drive, and then it was all left arm up, picking up 3 wickets in that particular over, and made very, very easy for the South Africans to bowl out Pakistani middle order or late order batters. Couldn't really resist. Salman Ali Agha hit it straight to the man at mid-wicket and losing a wicket. 93 he scored. Although the partnerships and looking at the score, Pakistan did pretty well. 378. They would have liked to get it maybe 450 or more, but some excellent bowling by the spinners really restricted Pakistan to the 378. So now it's a job of the bowlers to use these 20 minutes before lunch. They're always hard, difficult for the batters, especially when you've been in the field for a long period, and your legs sometimes don't move the way you want them, and they can easily pick up 1 or 2 wickets in these overs. 47 games for Aiden Markram, and almost 3,000 runs, 13 50s, 8 centuries. He's a stroke maker. He likes to get on with the job. He likes to play his shots.
Ryan Rickleton had a tremendous series against Pakistan. I think it was last year we got that 259. Right and left hand combination, and just hope that they don't play the conditions, don't play the pitch. Whilst sample has been provided by Pakistan how to bat on the surface. You can use your feet, you can be proactive a little bit. Of positive activity at the crease can do you no harm. But it's about hanging in there, making sure that you knit partnerships, making sure that you don't really worry about the conditions that much. Shaheen Afridi, how will he bowl? What's the best way to bowl on a surface like this, Waqar? I mean, would you be really, I mean, when you're setting up your shot, would you be looking to maybe cross seam the ball, or maybe, you know, vary the pace, slacken the pace every now and then and maintain a field accordingly?
Look, I think the situation demands 2 overs max. He is going to be bowling before lunch. So you just seam up and make sure you bowl at stumps. Bowl the length rather than 2. Closer to the off stump and just keep hitting that area and straighter. The line has to be a little closer to the off stump and just keep hitting that area and be patient. With this pitch is not where you just blast your way in and pick up regular wickets. This is a pitch where you have to be very patient and just ball that area, nice lines, nice lengths, and keep hitting that area for a long period. Rickleton is another batter who likes to play his shots, opens the bat in T20 and one-days, a very elegant looking batter. This is a different scenario, different conditions, hot day, been in the field for a long time and have to really deal with this pre-lunch time. That's hard, it's not easy.
A lovely piece of timing through the offside and the ball will win that race. He's a strong player through the offside, a classic cover drive to get things rolling.
Once again, too full Shaheen Shah Afridi, trying to swing the ball and not real backlift. He just made sure that he keeps his hands down and time the ball rather than just blasting through the cover. That's pure timing. Rightly played, beautifully played, in the gap, fetched a boundary.
Nicely played. Bending his back. Clearly, Shaheen Shah Afridi. No real sideways movement so far.
Yeah, normally when he bowls full, you see that shape on the ball, but nothing so far we have seen in his first 5 deliveries he's bowled. And in the afternoon, it's very hot and ball doesn't swing much.
End of the over, 5 without a wicket down. South Africa, and the numbers for you. Markram, almost 3,000 test match runs. That average could be better. But playing in South Africa as a top order can be a little difficult gig for you. Ryan Rickleton has blossomed into a very fine player. Noman Ali coming on to bowl. Bit of spin straight away with the new ball.